Hey everyone, Lindsay here. I'm on my way to Casper, Wyoming for the Wyoming Writers Conference. I have done events before in Wyoming, but this is going to be my first Writers Conference there. I understand it's supposed to be kind of a smaller conference, which is great for me. I love smaller events. It allows me to meet and connect with people a little bit more. And this is going to be a pretty busy one for me. I have 3 classes that I'm going to be teaching over the course of the 3-day conference. I'm also going to be on at least 1 panel. I think I may be on 2, but I'll find out when I get there. And then in addition to that, I've also agreed to do one-on-one consultations with some of the attendees. So people sent me samples of their writing, usually the first 5,000 words of their novel, and I've already read them. I've already made all my notes, and the plan is that I will meet with all of the people who submitted to me in 15-minute consultations just to tell them what I felt worked in their story, what I felt could be improved. So I had been kind of anticipating that this would be maybe a kind of a working vacation. I could kind of just put my writer's hat on and just kind of enjoy the conference as an attendee, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that this time around. Looks like I'm going to be pretty much working the entire time, which is fine. I mean, I love helping other writers. I love connecting with other people in my craft and in my field. Writing can be a very lonely business at times. It's part of the reason why I love doing these in-person events around the country. I love meeting with other people. I love making friends, meeting fans. It's just fun, and it's a great experience for somebody who spends most of their time tapping away at a keyboard, writing about adventures. It's nice to go on adventures now and again. So anyway, just going to be driving today. My plan is to make a straight shot from Washington to Utah today, and then tomorrow I'll make the last little bit of the journey from Utah to Wyoming. I'll meet up with my friend Aaron Volner, who is also an author, and I'll do my best to kind of keep you guys updated on the trip as we go. I'll probably be busy, but I'll do my best to keep you guys updated. And we're just going to we're going to see how this goes. Wish me luck. All right, see you later.
When I arrived in Rock Springs, I went straight to the White Mountain Library where my buddy Aaron works. Unfortunately, Aaron was busy being a responsible adult, so I decided to explore the library a bit. As a small town library, I really got the sense that the people working here care about the community they serve. Walking along the stacks of books, it felt like the kind of place where you could easily run into a friend while browsing for your next read, which actually happened to me. Hi, Dave. Always good to see you. I'll admit I felt a little self-conscious as I filmed myself wandering around. I tried to make myself feel useful by giving the town of Rock Springs a chess lesson, but it got too complicated, and I gave up. Once Aaron was done at the library, I asked if he could show me some authentic Wyoming wildlife before we headed off for the conference. Unfortunately, it turns out that Wyoming is really big and kind of empty. So we focused on checking out a local nature trail leading through Rock Springs, where we did manage to see a bit of the local wildlife. Once we got to Casper, I had the opportunity to look around at the hotel a little before the conference started. It had a pretty standard layout, with a reception area, ballroom, classrooms, and a space for the author signing. The only unusual thing about the venue was the large swimming pool right next to the ballroom and classrooms. While most of my time was spent teaching or consulting, Aaron and I did manage to spend some time hanging out at the autograph party, where Aaron got to show off his Rock Rider series, and I signed copies of The Beast Hunter and other books for some new fans. I ended up being on 2 panels over the course of the conference, and really enjoyed my time with the other faculty and guest speakers. I even sat in as a judge in a kind of blind read talent show, which ended up being a lot of fun, but I'm not sure who was more nervous, me or the contestants. The conference capped off with a fantastic semi-formal dinner, and while the keynote speaker was great, I think the standout performance of the night had to be the prime rib I got served at dinner, just in case I'd forgotten that I was still in the heart of the cowboy state.
Okay, I am now officially done at the Wyoming Writers Conference for 2025. I am on my way home, and I just gotta say, let me put it this way. I have a playlist that I listen to whenever I do shows. The two songs that came on my playlist randomly this morning were absolutely appropriate. The first one was called Sweet Victory, and the second one was called Wanted Dead or Alive. Because that's how it felt. I am exhausted, but I am giddy. It was a fantastic show. It was a fantastic conference. Everyone that I spoke to was just wonderful. The consultations went great. The classes went great. The panels I was on, I felt like they were all so much fun. I had such a great time. All of the feedback that I got was positive. All of the people that came back and talked to me said that they like me. It's looking good for me to come back again next year. So I am so thrilled about it. This has been a fantastic trip. It's been a fantastic adventure. And I just can't say how grateful I am to Wyoming Writers for being willing to host me. I want to especially thank my good buddy Aaron. Aaron has been a champion for me for years. He has been trying to convince the board for quite some time that it would be worth it to bring some goofy Washingtonian all the way down here to Wyoming, and I'm happy to say that I feel like I have justified his confidence in me, which is huge because he has been such a good friend to me for so many years. He is my oldest and I would say definitely my dearest writing buddy. So yeah, I'm thrilled. This has been so much fun. I can't say enough about it. It was a great time, great event. I can't wait to come back down to Wyoming again. Until I see you guys later, I'll just say happy reading. See you later.